A Lady D with some car chronicles for you in the afternoon. Let me take off these things right here. Let me tell y'all. I hope you can hear me because I have had to switch headphones, but I think we good. I think we good. But anyway, I wanted to reach out today and talk to you briefly about and some of you may have went through this, but you have situations where you have those two. Excuse me, y'all. It's hot. It's hot in here. It's hot. So you have those who are not ready for commitment. They're not ready for a relationship. They'll tell you straight up, I dig you, I like you, I'm into you, but guess what? I'm not ready for a relationship. Now, and they may have a whole lot of reasons why. Why not? It could be, I got so much going on right now. I work long hours. I just can't give what's needed to appease someone that I'm really into. Right? So therefore, they they say they like what you got. They want to keep what you got, but they just not ready for a commitment. Is that the truth? Or is it just that they're not ready for a commitment with you? You see what I'm saying? Is it that you are just not the one? Because you see this all the time. Folks will be together for quite a few years, good amount of time. It never goes beyond um we just got a situationship or we just vibing and that's it. It never goes beyond going to elevating to a relationship. But as soon as that thing ends, usually one person gets tired of it being stagnated and they are the one that say, you know what, I got to go. Okay? If you guys are having any problems hearing me, let me know because I don't know if I got my headset on or not, but I hope you can hear this. But if it goes, beyond, I mean, don't go beyond that status where you just keep it at a certain level. Somebody is going to get tired of it and somebody is going to be ready to go, right? They're going to be ready to get up out of here. And that's what happens. Bye bye. Now, sometimes you do the other person a favor by saying bye bye because they didn't know how to say bye bye. They didn't want to say bye bye. They didn't want to hurt your feelings, right? But is it that they just were not ready for a relationship with you because they'll leave your thing to end, you'll squash it, move on, and a month later, trust me, and this happens, a month later, you end up hearing that this person is in a relationship. Relationship. And what's the worst is when you are on social media or something and all of a sudden you see them flashing a poster or a picture of them and their new love and they change their relationship status to from single to in a relationship and you're like, really? I was just seeing that person a month ago. We were seeing each other for a couple of years. Broke up and they in a relationship now? They were not ready for a relationship with you. And how in the world on earth do you break up with somebody that you ain't even got a relationship with? I hear it all the time. Girl, me and such, we broke up. Well, were y'all ever in a relationship? I don't recall you saying. Well, no, I mean, we were, but no. I mean, yes, it was kind of, sort of. I mean, we only slept with each other and, and that was it. And we spent time and, oh yeah, they let me meet cousin Mookie Pookie or whoever on they other daddy side, and I just feel special because they had never brought anybody around like that to meet, that other daddy side, and I'm like, yeah, we were relationship. Girl, bye. That was not a relationship. And he ended up introducing you to somebody that's way, 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 way down the line that he probably only see every decade. So quit playing. So he was not in a relationship. Let's get this thing straight too. Just because you are clapping with somebody, and I think I talked about this before, you are clapping with somebody does not make it a relationship status, okay? Excuse me. Just because they have taken you around Mookie Pookie that they only see every now and again does not mean you're in a relationship status. Just because you fronted a trip to take them somewhere for their birthday, or just because you want to get away and you paid for everything and they said okay, does not mean you're in a relationship. If you have not talked about and discussed your status with someone and came to an understanding, both of you, that you are now an item, you're a relationship, you're working towards the same things, the same goals, walking the same path. They not going down the hill and you climbing. You know what I'm saying? You are in a relationship then, because you both have come to an agreement in terms of that, not just one person. And I think with women, especially emotionally, we get it twisted. We think because, the clap is good and we giving it to them on a regular, like we would being a wifey, or they're in a relationship with them, that we are in a relationship with them. Girl, bye. He just getting his sack emptied. For real. That's all. He getting his sack empty. Now, I'm not saying he don't care about you. He may care about you. You know what I'm saying? He may even lightweight have a little love for you. Being in love with you or wanting to be in a relationship with you, he ain't there with you. Because truly speaking, if a man truly wants you and wants to be with you and is in love with you, you're not going to have to question none of that, because he going to be there, made that real clear up front, and want to know if you're in agreement. And if you're not, he may wait around for a little while for you to catch up, and then sooner or later you're gonna lose out on a good thing if you wait forever. But you should never be pressured or cornered into being with somebody if you are not ready. But back to the question at hand, and what brought me to talk about this is, a lot of people waste time. They waste time and energy into someone or something for a while, and the person is coming up with a host of reasons and excuses of not wanting to be in a relationship. Sometimes they don't even come up with the excuses. You bring it up and they change the subject. You talk about fish, they start talking about cattle. Whole different a planet they jump on, right? Just missing what you, or they may say, oh, well, everything is going cool. We'll just talk about that later, but let's just let it flow. It's gonna be all right. I do want to marry you. Okay. I do want a piece of German chocolate cake. Do that mean I'm gonna go get me some? It may not be none around, right? So we want what we want, but it's putting the action behind doing it. So a person saying, I do want to marry you, but their actions is showing that they have been dealing with you for X amount of time and they have not. Or they have been dealing with you for X amount of time and you're not even their woman or their man. And trust me, I come from a place of dealing with this in my life as well. I'm not exempt. Putting a lot of eggs in one basket, being committed, yeah, being committed, thinking it was a relationship and it was a situationship. Not once was it ever confirmed, but we knew we cared about each other. We knew we had love for each other. We knew we would do anything for one another, but it was never a status change. You're wasting your time. Because if a person ain't changed the status, then it's gonna stay pretty much where it is. Y'all may be the best of friends forever, 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 forever. See, I'm getting tongue tied even saying it. You may be the best of friends forever, all right, and that's okay. Just establish that we good friends, we cool, and all the stuff that goes in between. You got to omit. Good friends forever don't mean you're giving them good loving. It don't mean you're laying down with them every time they want to. It don't mean you risking catching AIDS or herpes or something even greater because you don't know who they sleeping with and they come back and sleep with you every 2, 3 months. Shit, you don't. They could have slept with about 15 different people since you. You better ask somebody. And then if you have never used a condom with them, and all of a sudden now you come back into the fray and they want you say, well, I want to use a condom with you now because I don't know what's going on. It's been a minute, whatever. They get offended. I don't do condoms. I don't. Boy, let me tell you, folks better wake up. They better wake up to what's going on. Stop wasting your time. It does not take years, and then it kind of hurts your feelings if you sit up and think about it and you start looking at, man, especially if you have kids and you start dating that person when your kids was young and now your kids is grown or damn near grown and you like, damn, little Johnny used to be like 6 years old. They a teenager now in high school. And I'm still on friend status. But they don't want nobody else talking to you. They get jealous when they even think or know that something else going on. Why? Because they're protecting their interests. That you're their interest, and they don't want nobody else playing in their playground, in their background, or whatever. So yeah, they gonna feel some kind of way if somebody else tip in there. They want you, but they don't want you. They want to be able to reap certain benefits with you, but not the entire package. That's being selfish. That's being selfish. And especially if you haven't come out and got an understanding about it from the get go. And this is some real grown folk talk right here. I'm up here sweating. I'm sweating for y'all to tell y'all this doing Clark Chronicles because this was on my mind. I had somebody need to hear this today, okay? But you know, they'll sit up here and have a problem with you doing something else, and sometimes they act like they don't have a problem, but they do. Soon as they find out for sure that somebody been creeping in your backyard or then invaded your little entry space, they gonna have a problem. They may not even want to touch you no more because you nasty. Now you nasty. Now they done been out with 15, 20 people, but you nasty, especially. And I'm not trying to diss our men, and I'm not a man. I'm a woman. I'm speaking from a woman's perspective. But men seem to me, from my personal experience and from what people have told me that have went through some things, is that men really trip out when they know that they woman has or woman or whatever she is. She may not be his woman. It may be his situationship. Well, his situationship has let somebody else, do all that. And he thought he was the only one hitting that. He thought he was. Even though he never committed to her, he figured that she should have been committed in that way. And some people got the nerve to say, well, I'm not ready for a relationship right now, but I want us to, agree that we just gonna sleep with each other. What the heck? I can't be cursing like that, y'all, because we recording live. I'm trying to be good, but how can you, in a monkey's right mind, sit up and not be in a relationship status with somebody, but then want to request from them that they don't sleep with nobody else but you? And if they do, you would appreciate it if they would just tell you. First off, you don't want them to just tell you, because if they do, you ain't gonna even want to keep doing it with them because you gonna know. It's one thing to assume, but when you know, you know, you know, you know. Okay, it's a whole different trip. How can you even ask them of that? How can you even, in your rat's freaking mind, think that that's okay to demand when you're not changing the relationship status with them? And I'm not saying you got to go to Zales or Crescent Jewelers if they still have that. I'm not saying go to the jewelry store and get a ring and put on it. I mean, that's good if you want to really spend your life with that person. I'm just saying elevate the relationship status from friendship to relationship to potential let's get engaged, and then from engaged to marriage. You gotta be climbing the same elevator. How you gonna get to a common ground floor and you both are not climbing the same elevator and pushing the elevator for a certain floor? That person getting off on floor 2, you getting off on floor 6. You're not going in the same direction. So those who are trying to be selfish, trying to assume or think that they could lock you down, but they don't want to be around like that, they must be crazy. They must be crazy. Either you both gonna play in the jungle and you both have came with the agreement to have an open relationship, which I for the life of me, I don't even. It's like we have a relationship, but it's gonna be open. That's not a relationship, right? That's just a situationship, and we both just friends with benefits, and we just get together and do the clap clap, and you can sleep with who you want, and I can too, and that's our business. That's all that is. How can you be in a relationship and it's open? Open to what? Open to who? You just gotta be able to go out there and just get your groove on, but you in a relationship, take the relationship status off of that. That is not a relationship. That's dysfunctional behavior by two people who agreed to be dysfunctional, if you ask me. And sorry if I'm stepping on anybody's toes, but I'm just keeping it 100. Either be committed or not. Back to the topic at hand before I end this video. If you have somebody that, I'm going to sum this up, somebody that you are dealing with and they are telling you that they're not ready for a relationship. They don't want commitment right now. They got 100 things going on in their life, and you ain't a priority part of it. You just fun. That's like being a mistress. You just somebody to play in the yard with, and then I got to go back home to reality where I'm really throwing down some stuff, some things that matter, and you're just my playground. That's all that is. So if they are keeping you in that zone, A, they just want to be able to still play in the playground out there and do what they want without having the headache and the heartache and the stress of a commitment with somebody. B, they sitting up there and you ain't the one. Perhaps they got their eyes on somebody that's the one, and they want to keep clapping with you or spend some fun time sometime with you until they can get what they want, right? Or you're just point blank, period, not the one, and you're just a space saver and they reaping other benefits from you that's making them hold on until they're ready to move on. It ain't no other way to slice it. And then before you know it, it's a decade or two that went by and you like, you both didn't grew old, got fat, got gray, all kinds of stuff, and you ain't elevated in no kind of way. Something happened to that person tomorrow. Oh, well, nice we had time, but you don't qualify for nothing. You can maybe show up at the wake and the funeral, but that's it. Because all their money and benefits is going into who was attached to it legally. Okay? Who was attached to it, not you. Not you. For real. That's real talk. Something to think about. Somebody need to hear that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Don't let nobody string you in no friend zone forever. It don't take forever. People know right off. People know less than a year, 6 months. They know if this is the person that I want to be with. Some people know sooner than that. And they may not be looking in terms of, I'm going to marry them tomorrow, but they know if they want to be in a relationship 3 to 6 months, I want to be in a relationship with this person. This person has potential to be even something more serious. Let's just see what they do. Are you down? Are you down? Okay, let's do it. Let's climb. It don't take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 30 years to figure that out. Because they either ain't found it, they ain't found that person they really want, and you a space saver. That's all you is a space saver, because they ain't found the one they want, and you ain't it. You ain't it. Real talk. All right, grown folks, gotta go. Share this, like it, subscribe. Share it to somebody who really needs to hear this, who really needs to hear the real. This is Grown Folk Conversation from your hostess with the Moses, Donna Smith, in the afternoon doing some car chronicles, real life stuff. People are dealing with it. People have dealt with it. People know somebody who is dealing with these issues that we talk about. I'll be back at y'all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And it's hot. It's time for me to get up out this car. I got to go. All right. See y'all. Bye. Mwah.